I mean, anyone that brought in March, April, May last year has hit jackpot, for sure.
It's a beautiful windy day. My hair is getting into my mouth, but regardless, we're at the beautiful Emaar Sales Center. And at the hub of property, I would say, in Dubai. Is now the right time to invest in real estate? Is it a buyer's market?
I would say, look, we're starting to see a change for sure. We've seen a lot of buyers now, that are brought now selling, and they've not even done anything to it, and they're making 20-25% profit, and I'm talking they've not even picked up a paintbrush.
Wow.
So what we've seen really is, look, we go back to a year, started the pandemic, it was a very, very tough time. No one really knew. I mean, anyone that brought in March, April, May last year has hit jackpot, for sure. I think a lot of people were very scared, skeptical, sat back, wanted to see what was happening in the market. People had different opinions. A lot of us had never experienced anything like this in our life. So it was very sort of sit back, wait and see. And really in the last, I would say 5-6 months, we've most probably seen a 20-25% increase, obviously in certain areas. So the likes of downtown, Emirates Living, which is again a nice Emaar community, very close to Sheikh Zayed Road, good infrastructure, all the schools and everything are there. And it's a mix of investors coming in and a mix of people, a bit like myself. I've just bought something where we've been here 7 years, we're a family. We've decided, actually, with everything that's gone on, I don't really want to go back to the UK. I think the next 5-10 years in the UK will be quite difficult. So we just said, look, I think we'd rather be here with the kids and the family. Look, we're super lucky with this lovely weather, tax-free element. We are buying a lot lower than what we have seen the prices before. And I just think people now feel, look, why not?
Let's talk about buying your first home, because for me personally, let's say, I could go ahead and rent a place, but would it be a better investment for me to buy?
If you've got the money to do it,
your
salary's covering the mortgage and you've got enough to still do the things that you want to. As we discussed, 9 times out of 10, your actual mortgage payments are going to be cheaper than your rent. The thing I also like about a mortgage is you're not having to pay one check up front. You're dividing it over 12, it's monthly payments. So for me, that becomes a lot easier for people. And the thing I really, really like with Dubai is, when you do go to rent it, if it ever becomes a long-term investment, you can stick your first property, if you can keep it and you can build it and keep it in your pension portfolio, it's something that you can go and get one check when you go and rent it, knowing that you can't have a tenant that's going to mess you around. It's very, very difficult in Dubai real estate for tenants to mess owners around. There's a very, very good and strong system in place. We've also now seen the short-term lets come into play. They're legalised. So, we're seeing some incredible ROIs on people that are actually renting out their apartments, villas, wherever it may be. A lot of people now are actually flying in and saying, do you know what? Why do I want to be stuck in Europe or any other parts of the world where I'm restricted? I can work from home, I can do my Zoom meetings, team meetings, whatever, but I'm going to do it in the nice...
With a view like this,
I'm going to go and rent out one of these for 2 months. I'm not committing myself to a full 12 months. And they're seeing, we're seeing people pull in 12 to 15% ROI, which is incredible.
What about advice for people looking to buy property? What are some of the best locations? Obviously downtown is my personal favorite. What other advice? What to look for? What not to look for?
There's some amazing stuff that's out there, projects like we compare it to the rest of the world. What we're actually able to buy here is incredible. I think downtown, obviously, you've got such a good district here, with lots going on. There's sort of 2 different hubs, right? You've got the downtown side and then the marina side. Most probably 2 very different lifestyles that people live. I love the new beachfront that they're doing. That looks really cool. That you've got private access to the front and the back, beach access. That's very rare. You've got beautiful views overlooking the Palm and the marina. And a lot's going on down that way as well. Obviously villa communities as well. I'm a big fan of Emirates Living. Again, that was Emaar's first freehold villa community. And what we're seeing there is a new lease, people coming in and spending a lot of money redoing these, because 17 years old, although it's quite a new build to other parts of the world, here internally people are coming in and putting their own stamp on it, which again is really nice. And people are getting a big profit from those. People going in, as long as they don't overspend, they've got to be within the limits of what that individual property can achieve. But yeah, we're seeing some people make some very good returns on flipping.
Anything to look out for? What not to do?
I think for me, do your research. Get speaking to an experienced broker that's got the knowledge in the area. There's lots of portals that you can decide who's doing that. Referrals is a big thing here. If someone's had a good experience with a broker, pass them on, because that is important. You know, it's giving people the right advice. You know, what are you looking for from your purchase? I think just go with a good developer. Emaar, I brought Emaar. I don't think I would buy anything else outside of Emaar myself.
This is not sponsored, by the way, just FYI, but maybe you should be a brand ambassador. Yeah. I mean, you know, I would actually live here, so I don't live in downtown.
Yeah.
I would love to live here. The only thing that I'm concerned about is being this close to the Dubai Mall. I don't think I'd have, you know, not just not enough money to buy an apartment and invest in property, I would barely be able to buy lunch. So maybe it's a good thing I don't live here.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you so much, Danny.
No
It's been
problem.
a blast.